In the eerie town of Blackthorn, where the boundary between the living and the supernatural was as tenuous as the flicker of candlelight, the malevolent Peterson mansion cast its ominous shadow like a cursed sentinel. Nathaniel Peterson, a man of twisted intellect, was ensnared by an unholy obsession with the sinister crossroads of psychology and forbidden science. As the whispers of Nathaniel's unsettling experiments slithered through Blackthorn, a collective paranoia sank its talons into the once tight-knit community. Fear became the town's constant companion, and the very air seemed to carry an unsettling melody, a symphony composed of the whispers of tormented souls within. Shadows danced with malevolence. The trees whispered cryptic secrets, and the moonlit night appeared to hold the town in a sinister embrace. On a moonless night, a group of daring souls, enticed by morbid curiosity and a daring thirst for the unknown, gathered at the outskirts of the cursed Peterson mansion. The air hung heavy with anticipation as the group, drawn by an otherworldly force, dared to tread the groaning floorboards and descend into the heart of the psychological abyss that awaited them. The mansion, a malevolent labyrinth with walls echoing the tormented wails of 1,000 lost souls, played sinister games with their senses. Hallucinations contorted reality, and the air pulsated with an almost tangible dread. Whispers echoed through the twisting corridors, fueled by Nathaniel's malevolent experiments, sowing the seeds of paranoia that sprouted into monstrous, full-grown phobias. Each room within the mansion bore witness to grotesque scientific apparatuses, grotesque tools of Nathaniel's descent into the darkest recesses of madness. The metallic tang of his concoctions hung thick in the air, a scent that wormed its way into their minds and beckoned them further into the abyss of the unknown. As they ventured deeper into the mansion, the group stumbled upon a hidden chamber, its entrance concealed by an ancient tapestry that seemed to writhe with spectral energy. The room pulsated with an eerie glow emanating from the grotesque machine within. A grotesque contraption of pulsating wires and ethereal lights that seemed to hum with an otherworldly energy. Nathaniel, eyes ablaze with an unhinged fervor, stood sentinel beside the infernal device, a malevolent puppet master orchestrating their descent into madness. The atmosphere in the room crackled with an ominous tension, and the air seemed to thicken as the group confronted the maniacal scientist. Suddenly, the very shadows in the room came to life, twisting and contorting into grotesque shapes. The hallucinations induced by Nathaniel's machine became tangible, creating an otherworldly battleground. Each member of the group faced their own personalized nightmares, and the fight for sanity unfolded amidst the cacophony of distorted reality. Emily, tormented by phantoms of her past, grappled with specters that wore the faces of lost loved ones. Samuel faced grotesque manifestations of his deepest fears, the air thick with the stench of his imagined demise. Isabella, once a woman of grace, battled ethereal doppelgangers that mirrored her every move with malevolent precision. A chaotic dance of psychological warfare ensued, the boundaries between nightmare and reality blurring in a surreal symphony of horror. The air vibrated with the clash clash of distorted perceptions and the guttural screams of those ensnared in the macabre theater of the mind. The grotesque machine, fueled by the intensifying psychic turmoil, hummed louder, resonating with the tumultuous energy of the nightmarish struggle. Nathaniel, grinning maniacally, reveled in the unfolding chaos, his eyes reflecting the distorted reflections of the psychological battlefield. As the nightmarish confrontation reached its zenith, the group, battered and emotionally drained, managed to break free from the nightmarish illusions. Yet, the cost of their sanity was evident in the haunted expressions etched upon their faces. Nathaniel, undeterred by the momentary resistance, continued to exult in his grotesque experiment. The group, though physically free from the clutches of the hallucinations, found themselves trapped in the inescapable labyrinth of psychological torment. The machine, now resonating with the echoes of their shattered minds, pulsated with an otherworldly malevolence. In the end, the group staggered out of the room, mere husks of their former selves. Their anguished screams reverberated through the now desolate Blackthorn, a town consumed by the malevolent fog that clung to every twisted tree and decaying building. The Peterson mansion, now a looming mausoleum to the unholy union of paranoia and forbidden experimentation, stood as a spectral sentinel, its dark secrets forever etched into the tortured minds of those who dared to delve into its abyss. Blackthorn, once a quaint town bathed in innocence, had now become a desolate realm of perpetual horror, bearing witness to the tragic legacy of Nathaniel Peterson's insidious pursuits. The nightmare, far from over, lingered like a haunting melody, echoing through the malevolent corridors of the cursed town, leaving a chilling resonance that would forever haunt the twisted hearts and fractured souls of those who dared to defy the boundary between the living and the supernatural.